8 weeks of property. We're going to tell you what's happened the first 2 months of the new year. It's been a crazy roller coaster. We're at the theme park to report the facts and the figures. Stay tuned.
All right, here we are, guys. It's me, Bidhan, and Billy here, wrapping up the Monday afternoon in Novak News.
Good evening.
So, yes, good evening. How have you been today?
Good. We're at the roller coaster park tonight, guys, to report back the facts, the figures, and the feelings. This sounds a little bit like our Saturday afternoon wrap up, but summarizing the last 2 months of the new year.
Yeah, that's been pretty literally like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Like 1 week, it's all the way down there. Okay, what do we do? No one's picking up phone and holidays. And coming now, everyone's just running around. It's like a madhouse every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there we are. So, do you want to share how quiet it was in Christmas, or was it busy throughout the Christmas period?
Well, first of all, talking about stock levels, 2023 record low number of properties listed online was Christmas Day. That's fairly normal. 350 properties remained online over Christmas, and to date, today there's 706 properties on realestate.com. Now, not all of those are brand new properties to market. Some are listings that were pulled from last year and relaunched fresh this year, but obviously there is an element of new stock there. It's doubled, from 350 to just over 700. Buyers have definitely got a lot more choice when comparing that significant change, all in the space of about 5 weeks. However, there are still plenty of buyers out, and that stock level, despite the change, has been balanced out by a real appetite to buy in the new year by many purchasers.
Yeah, definitely. I think even the buyers knew, like even while we're running up and after Christmas, they were like, oh, we'll have more stuff coming in Feb.
Yeah.
So they know pretty much how the market will perform, like in terms of stock.
Yeah.
And it's very true. Lots of stock are coming in. The office has been very busy with all the preparing for the new stock to launch in the market, and we can see the movement in the market. We got new property coming in and lots of foot traffic with the buyers, even not through Sydney, just in other interstate as well. It's a very busy market just in terms of stock level.
Yeah, open home numbers have actually remained fairly consistent. However, we're interacting with more and more buyers, given there are more and more open homes being conducted. So a really, really good indication of how the market is going is the number of groups coming through Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday open homes. Consistently now for the last 6 weeks of 2024, we've had really, really strong open home numbers, averaging between 10 to sort of 15 groups on some of the busier properties. Anything in excess of 20 groups is a really good example of something that's almost boom conditions.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. When 20 people walk through, you barely can say hello to anyone. You're just there,
taking names and numbers.
Yeah, taking names and numbers. So, but then we had all the. It's fun. Like after everything is done, we're like, oh shit, 20 groups through. So it's a good experience.
Yeah.
So it's good for the owners. You have lots of people there, get good feedback, and it just shows the market's always busy. People, as Mark says, you can't turn that buyer emotion off. So even if you're at home, if there's no open home or everyone's on holiday, you're still looking on your phone if there anything new comes in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The second thing everyone is talking about in the last 8 weeks is interest rates.
Oh, yes.
Last year we were talking about interest rates because they kept going up.
Yep.
Now we're talking about them because they're starting to come back down.
Yeah.
Really, really interesting to see publicized over the last month that interest rates are coming back down. 3 banks have set an example of the movement, the change that's starting to happen and the direction we're heading in. Australia Bank, Macquarie Bank. There was a couple of others that started with an announcement saying that there's a small change in a positive way, which is adding a buyer borrowing capacity and easing up cash flow as well.
Yeah, it'll help a lot with the interest rate because everyone was panicking pretty much. Like even the homeowners were panicking and they were releasing the property. The buyers were getting out of the market like, no, we can't do anything. But yeah, with all this thing, it gives a little bit of positiveness, a bit of motivation to the new buyers to enter the market, because it's like the dream to own your first home or do something to start a family. And if the interest rates are lower, and even if everyone's saying it's going to get lower, so that will get the new emotion going on. And interest rate is always a hot topic.
Yeah.
It's literally going up and down by every minute and second, so it's hard to predict that way as well.
It's in the newspaper whether it's going up, down, or
Yeah.
sideways, but it's an interesting outlook for the rest of the year. There's 8 times in total the Reserve Bank will meet this year. The first being as soon as tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Should be
So
exciting.
stay tuned. Within sort of 24, 48 hours, we will have another announcement as to what the outlook is from their point of view. However, the banks are certainly setting a good tone, adding borrowing capacity back in. The recent change of even a 2% difference, on $1 million is obviously 20 grand. So it's a good difference to see for people's borrowing power, and for people that are existing mortgage holders. It's hopefully going to ease up a little bit of pressure there.
Definitely. So that should be pretty good. Interesting.
Hoops on the road.
Yeah. All right, there we go. So yes, interest rate is always the hottest topic. But yeah, a lot have changed in the last 8 weeks. I think both Billy and me were working through the holiday period. We saw both the up and downs in terms of the market. At the moment, phones ringing through, the office been buzzing. To back in the days, it was crickets, basically.
What do you think the last 4 weeks has to say about prices, property prices? Up, down, the same?
Pretty same, actually. I thought it would be a big change going to the new market and everything, being low stock and all that. But
Yep.
it's been pretty right where it should be.
Yep.
Yeah, not a big change. Buyers are not paying crazy amount of money. But yeah, I saw pretty standard growth there. What about you?
Things are moving fairly quickly. Another good number we like to track is days on market.
Oh yeah.
Right now, days on market for DY is sitting about 19 days in total, and that includes campaigns that are obviously being marketed for 3 to 4 weeks, and obviously hoping to yield a sale at the end. So a standard auction is anywhere from 21 to 28 days. So there's obviously campaigns there that are supposed to be marketed for 2 or 3 weeks before they sell. 19 days is generally an indication that a number of properties are selling either off market or pre-market, meaning they never get out to realestate.com or domain, or there are deals happening prior to auction or via private treaty under that 3 to 4 week mark, bringing the average down. So
very much.
overall, properties are moving quite quick when priced properly, and I think we're going to see that carry on into the new year. We've seen it since Christmas. Things have definitely not slowed down.
Yeah, like it's a very strong start of the year. So it's like roller coaster, basically. It just keeps on moving. It's a matter of is it going up or down. So no matter what, the property market is always going to go forward. Even stock levels lower, buyer activity. So it's definitely going to move ahead.
Yeah. Any other big changes over the last 8 weeks you've seen?
That's pretty much it. Like it's busy, so that means new properties are coming in, buyers are there.
Yep.
Had a chat with one of our colleagues, Steph. He mentioned like he got offers on all of his properties. So buyers, they're serious buyer out there looking to get their property and get it done. So yeah, serious people out there.
One other change I've noticed is properties that weren't selling pre-Christmas are now selling post-New Year.
Yeah.
And what that means for people that sometimes are struggling to get a grasp on how much has the market changed, well, this is a really good way to put it into perspective. If you've got a property that's worth $1 million, and before Christmas you couldn't achieve your dream price of $1 million, and you've just sold after the new year for the price you were hoping for, if you were getting offers of around 980, 990, and now you're getting an offer of $1 million or $1,010,000 or $1,020,000, and you've smashed that dream price, that's a percentage change of 2 or 3 or 4%. That's some of the changes we've started to see in the last 8 weeks. A handful of our properties that didn't sell pre-Christmas but remained on the market. We remained doing open homes, remained doing private appointments. The doors were open and the phones were ringing and getting an answer nice and promptly. These are the deals that we've started to notice that are now selling. And that's a really good measure for us as an agent to say what direction the market's heading since that Christmas break. All of our properties, I don't believe one has been removed from market and not sold. So all are now under contract. Just as an example, Glenn had a really good one in Pacific Parade pre-Christmas, was getting offers in around 790. guiding 700 and just in the last 7 days has put it under contract for 816,000.
Yes,
So
was
that's
a very good result.
You know, just that percentage change we're talking about that has helped close that deal and close the gap between an owner's dream price and you know, hopefully where the buyer sees value, given interest rates are coming down and stock levels are, you know, starting to make things a bit easier. So
Definitely. Yeah, that's a very interesting share. Yeah, that's a good positive thing for people who are looking to sell.
Yeah, I think a really good time if you're looking for a price update into the new year. Get in touch with the team. We'd love to help.
Definitely.
Rentals wise, it is absolutely chockers.
Oh my god, yeah, so much people. I think they were just waiting. Oh, let's celebrate one last Christmas.
Yeah,
Let's put it in the market.
Yeah,
like the rental teams are under the pump. There are so many new properties coming in. It's good for the people. It will help the rental prices a bit. But they are renting in like 1 day or 2 days before even the open home is there. As soon as we put the property in the market, we have few applications already.
Yeah.
So people are desperately looking, and all the new stock has definitely helped in terms of rental market. But it's never going to be enough. As always.
Yeah, I think in summary, if you're looking for a rental, you know, you want to be onto the ball nice and early on. Be talking with an agent before you actually get to the open home. You know, try and build a bit of a relationship there. Work out what you need to do to get your ducks in a row. Get the applications in. Get your references on standby, expecting a phone call, and make sure everything's in one place, ready for the property manager to go through your application before you sort of go through the property to ensure you've got the best chance of securing the place.
Yeah, that's a very good suggestion. You know, better than smoother your application is, the higher the chance it's for you to get the apartment or the house.
Yeah, and for property providers or landlords in the short-term rental space, we've noticed the gap close between short and long-term rentals. So if you want another assessment as to what your new long-term rental price looks like, you might be surprised how much that's closed in on the short-term rental price. Things like Airbnbs and other short holiday stays are, you know, a lot of work. You might want to consider a long-term tenant.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anything else to add?
And that's pretty much it. We tried our best to cover everything. As one of our photographers said, it's hard to cover everything in such a short period, but we'll say it takes the whole month.
Yeah.
And which is very true. I think there's lots of aspects to cover, but that's in summary what has been happening in the last 8 weeks.
It's been busy. It's been productive. If you're a buyer, if you're a seller, need help renting, give us a shout. We'd love to be a part of your journey, and we'll come back to you tomorrow with a bit more of an update as to what's happening with interest rates. Stay tuned.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.